Welcome back to Gearhead Evolution, your go-to destination for high-performance machines and the raw truth behind the badge. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic names in the sports car world, the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S. For decades, the 911 Turbo S has stood as a benchmark for daily drivable supercars. But with every generation, Porsche finds a way to tweak, refine, and stretch the limits of what this rear-engined icon can do. So how does the 2026 model push the needle forward? Let's get into it. Right off the bat, the numbers are jaw-dropping, yet somehow expected from Porsche. Powering the 2026 911 Turbo S is a reworked 3.8-liter twin-turbo flat-six, now pushing out 665 horsepower and 633 pound-feet of torque. That's a modest but meaningful jump over the previous model. Porsche claims 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds. But as anyone who's driven a Turbo S knows, those numbers barely hint at how brutally effective this car is off the line. Torque hits almost instantly, and the all-wheel drive system claws into the pavement with surgical precision. The new 8-speed PDK dual-clutch transmission is even more responsive. Shifts are telepathic, whether you're in full auto mode or using the paddles. Under hard acceleration, the car doesn't just move, it slingshots. And thanks to Porsche's latest iteration of the active suspension management and rear-wheel steering, the Turbo S handles corners with a confidence that borders on arrogance. The steering is razor-sharp, loaded with feedback, and the chassis feels like it's on rails, all while still giving you enough play to feel alive. Porsche also made big strides in aerodynamic efficiency. Active aero elements work in harmony to reduce drag and increase downforce exactly when you need it. The Turbo S rides lower than ever, and at high speeds, you can feel the car press into the ground with intention. Even at triple-digit speeds, it feels composed, stable, predictable, and light on its feet. Braking is handled by massive carbon ceramic discs, which are now standard. Pedal feel is precise, and stopping distances are nothing short of exceptional. Whether you're coming down from 150 miles per hour on a back straight or just cutting through mountain switchbacks, the confidence is always there. It's not just the speed that impresses, it's how manageable it all feels. Porsche has somehow distilled the violence of supercar performance into something usable, something you can genuinely live with. Now, let's talk interior, because Porsche didn't just focus on the numbers. Inside, the 2026 Turbo S stays true to its luxury roots. The cabin is wrapped in premium leather, Alcantara, and carbon fiber accents. The updated infotainment system is slick, responsive, and finally catches up to what you'd expect in a car of this caliber. Digital displays blend seamlessly with analog touches, the center-mounted tachometer is still gloriously analog, a subtle nod to tradition. The driving position is perfect. Supportive sports seats hug you in without feeling restrictive, and visibility is surprisingly good for a car in this class. Even with the tech-heavy updates, Porsche hasn't gone overboard. You still feel connected to the car in a mechanical way, not just digitally. Everything is built with intention, from the placement of the buttons to the feel of the paddle shifters. So where does the 2026 911 Turbo S land in the landscape of high-performance cars? It's faster, sharper, and more refined than ever. It may not have the flash of some Italian exotics or the novelty of all-electric torque monsters, but what it does have is unmatched heritage, surgical engineering, and the kind of real-world usability that few supercars can touch. This isn't just evolution, it's Porsche perfecting the formula. They've been refining for over half a century. If you're the kind of driver who wants explosive performance, everyday comfort, and build quality that borders on obsessive, the 2026 911 Turbo S makes a very compelling case. That's it for today's review. Thanks for riding with Gearhead Evolution.